Check, check, check. A little chilly, right, Nikki? Here we go. Hola, ole. My favorite thing to say is hola, ole. Especially on Wednesday. Hola, ole. Sorry. I don't know what that is. It was mine. Anybody out there? Madi, Riri, Tia, all the Catula crew is in the house. Oh, I like that. The Catula crew, and a good Wednesday evening to you, Catula crew. Hola, ole. It's Bill Taylor here in the KENS 5 Digital Center. And yes, we're going to take a little trip to space and explain something in astronomy that's really cool occurring today. And we're also going to talk about the weekend rain chances. I'll show you the future radar. But first, I want to begin with the lead story. Once again, Cedar. How many of you guys are suffering with this? How bad is it out there for you? Because this has been a week of heavy counts, 12,180, very heavy cedar, because the juniper ash tree is blowing it into San Antonio, and it is not good for us. I'll show you why we could see a little bit of relief on the horizon, but this is the beginning of what should be an average to below average season. We're not expecting an above average season for two reasons. Shannon Siring, who supplies us with these numbers, in fact, she's only one of 72 certified pollen experts in the United States of her level. You know, I just say pollen expert because I don't know the official licensing that she has, but I do know she's only one of 72 in the entire country. So she is the top of her field. And what she tells me is that because of the freeze just before Christmas and because of the drought, we should expect an average to below average season. You know, if we had a good wet spring and summer and we didn't have a freeze, then we probably would have definitely seen a robust season like seasons have passed. But she's expecting a less than robust and average season, so that's good. There's another Olay? No. What? I don't think so. There's only one Olay. Cedar fever crazy. Yeah, right. Hey, Gary, good to see you, buddy. So, yeah, there it is. And let's talk about that first, okay? Because I know a lot of you do suffer from this. Here's been the trend for this week. I mean, we go back to Saturday, 5,270, but then it more than doubles into Sunday. It comes down Monday, but then it comes back up Tuesday, today, and the forecast for tomorrow is still very heavy before we get a wind shift. See, the winds are important. Now you see that west-northwest through tonight, right? Now we take this into tomorrow, and we're still north. Even though it's not a windy day, as long as the winds are north, they're blowing mountain cedar into the area. So there's tomorrow morning at 9. Now, oh, look what happens. As soon as we get to, it might be earlier than that. Let's back it up. No, it's still northeast winds at 2 o'clock. So it looks like late afternoon, evening hours of Thursday, winds will pick up a little bit, and you'll also see them going east to southeast. And that's by midnight. And then Friday, we're expecting breezy south to southeast winds because we now have a system approaching from the west, and that always opens up the Gulf winds, and they start pouring in from the south. And there's midday Friday, and we've got some gusty winds out of the south. That's a very good thing to lower that pollen count. So that's why I showed you that forecast. I'm crossing my fingers. You need to cross yours too and pray that we see that nice drop Friday, Saturday to medium counts. That's what I'm hoping for. So it's an optimistic forecast. Typically, you stay away from forecasting pollen. There's just no accurate forecast model for pollen yet. I hope there's one developed, but it just doesn't, we just don't have one that's accurate right now. Almost every time you try to predict pollen, it's way off. And so what we always give you is a current count of what we're finding in the air, and it's parts per cubic meter, and it's a lot of parts per cubic meter. Hi, Darlene. Good to see you. Brianna, what's happening? We do need rain. The drought continues. Hope you're doing good. Gonna be at that school. I'm gonna do it. You just hit it. Fall is so busy for me. So spring is typically a little bit slower, and we're gonna get down there. Michael, when could we see colder weather? I have a new jacket. Still got to wear it. Oh, man. We got to get Michael in that new drip. Come on now. Family page, this one, and a friends page as well. Oh, maybe that's the two. Harmony, what's happening? Hope I can make it through the cedar season. Sorry. Cedar X. I don't know if anybody's tried it, but I'll tip Harmony to it and all of you. It's a drop available at HEB while supplies last, because once we start hitting heavy counts, it seems like it flies off the shelves. It worked for me. Everybody's got a different system. It might not work, but they're drops. They're over the counter, and you just do drops on your tongue, and it was really good for me. Now, not now. I'm okay right now. I don't, it's like I don't know when it hits me. If it's like, sometimes it's ragweed, sometimes it's cedar, sometimes it's oak. Those are the big three, but cedar is the biggest of the three. I typically, will suffer just a little bit. So let me show you what, cedar season looks like in time. I mentioned that we should expect this to be an average to just below average season, but we're just getting started. Beginning of January, we're still on the climb, all right? And so it's going to be probably mid-February to even early first week of March at the latest that we see cedar season over. It got a little bit of a late start, but it's definitely on the way up the bell curve. Usually we use, the marker is Valentine's Day to get some love from Mother Nature and an end to cedar season. All right, so some dry air that's going to be moistening up. Dry air tonight's going to supply us with a chilly night. It'll also be a chilly Friday morning, but then we start getting more moisture in for the weekend, and that comes a chance of rain, and overnight temperatures will be a little bit warmer. So tomorrow morning will be cold. You have a coat ready for 45 in the city. Lackland gets to 44, 46 Randolph, Timberwood Park down to 43. 30s will be in the hill country. Helotes about 44. Castroville and Hondo always cooler than the city at 43s. So with clear skies, the winds are going to be light. We'll definitely get some good radiational cooling overnight. Jacob sent, oh, awesome. Always enjoy your photos. Thank you, brother. Any pigweed in the air? There's not. It's just cedar and molds right now, David. I've been craving a ham sandwich all day. Maybe that's, I didn't even read that part before answering your question. I'm waiting on the baby goats to drop. Thought they would come. Oh, wow, Nikki. Awesome. I didn't know you raised goats. Did the principal email me? I don't know. Maybe. That's a good question. It could have, she could have, he could have, I don't know. Good evening, Elizabeth. Brian, wanted to ask if you could give Abby Rodriguez, of course. Abby Rodriguez is watching. I'm so glad to see you on. Hi, Abby. Bill Taylor, Ken's 5 Weather, right here in the Digital Center. A good evening, a good Wednesday evening to you, Abby Rodriguez. So glad you're watching. Michael. Got to get Michael's new jacket on. In the mornings, any rain for Cotulla? I'm afraid not, Marty, because look, here's the problem. When this next system comes in, it looks like if you're west of San Antonio, you're not going to see much. Here's the West Coast system. We've got a low that's going to drop in for Saturday. So maybe some light rain, as you see here. Midday Saturday looks like the rain chance begins. I'm going about 30% Saturday. Then we get into Saturday evening, and it stays light. I think it's going to be a few hours till at least 4 o'clock. And then maybe we start seeing things taper off. Remember, it's only Wednesday. This model data could be changing a lot before then, and then we just have to let it play out. It could change from what you're seeing right here. But this is the best we have right now, and it looks like the heaviest rain is late night. This is midnight Sunday, is down to the south and east, okay? And we get that one wave of light to moderate rain Saturday afternoon, and it looks like, according to this model, once again, that's it. And we get most of the heavier rain southeast and to the coast for Sunday. So as far as a trip to the coast, hope you went last weekend because that was beautiful. But this weekend looks like it's going to be a little on the rainy side, both Saturday and Sunday. At least, yeah, it looks like it's Saturday and Sunday both. Maybe early Saturday's dry. But most of Saturday afternoon, Sunday are wet on the coast. But we should clear out. Look at that. Most of Sunday looks dry for the city and the hill country. Okay, you can see a little impulse of light rain, San Angelo area, trying to materialize, but rains itself out. Sunday afternoon where it is, does not drop into the city. So I'll show you that we don't expect a whole lot of rain out of this. I mean, from San Antonio west, it goes down fast, and it's only 1/10 of an inch in that green, maybe 1/4 of an inch. 1/2 an inch begins in that darker green, and then the blues are where you're starting to get 1-inch totals at Gonzales, Cuero, down to Karnes City, down to Goliad, Victoria. So some pretty good rains on your way to the coast. When is severe thunderstorm season? Spring. So we'll start those typically March. It can happen anytime. Cold fronts, you know, if you've got the right moisture in place and you got some good upper level support, a cold front, even in the fall and winter, can definitely produce some dangerous thunderstorms, but typically spring. Stacy Pool. I love the pools. We're getting close. The baby is coming soon. Oh, I can't wait. My boy Chris Pool, my girl Stacy Pool, about to have a baby boy. Can't wait. Pastures need a drink. Oh, I bet, yeah, Nikki, no kidding. Homemade cornbread with chicken soup. That sounds good on a chilly night. Jacob, oh, cornbread. We were just talking about right about a block away from the Ken's 5 used to be the Black Eyed Pea. Oh, Jess, he's the only one in the room right now that'll remember Black Eyed Pea. I know you miss it. Remember the Black Eyed Pea? A block away. Don't you miss it? They used to bring the rolls and cornbread out hot. The butter would melt on it. Oh, it was so good.
Remember they had fried corn? They had a fried corn on the cob?
Fried?
Yeah, it had crust on it. Like chicken fried steak or chicken fried chicken?
They had a chicken fried corn on the cob. Or,
Yeah, good.
well, not chicken, but just deep fried corn on the cob.
Crust.
I never had that. I didn't know they had it. So I wonder if they still exist anywhere else. I don't see them anywhere, like in San Antonio, that is. But Black Eyed Pea is now Pizza Patron, which is good pizza. I like Pizza Patron. I like Black Eyed Pea a little better. That was a good place. I really miss it. I know, right, Jacob? It is the weather to do it, man. 10-day forecast for Texas. Well, we do 7, and we have trouble enough with that. But the 10-day isn't too much different than what you're about to see on the 7-day. We're not expecting anything too measurable. As you can see, in the next 7 days, we're expecting maybe 1/4 of an inch at best out of what weekend rain chances you see here. But we'll go 20 to 30% Saturday, and that's going to mainly be light. I think some of the heaviest rain would be late night, Saturday night into about 4 a.m. Sunday, and then that's it. I mean, that 40% chance is going to be pretty much before sunrise right now. The timing can change because the area of low pressure is still on the way here. It could slow down, it could speed up. There can be a lot of change. It's only Wednesday, but this is the best we have right now. Notice that temperatures really won't be affected by this system either, as we stay in the 70s all next week. So we were looking at January. The projection is temperatures are staying above average. Buenos nachos. ¿Cómo estás, Ole? Gracias. See, Hanak remembers, ate at the one in Corpus years ago. So I wonder, I mean, is it still in Corpus Christi? Or did they go completely out of business? I'd like to find one. Nothing cold in Cotulla. Nothing cold for anybody just yet. Not yet. You're welcome, Elizabeth. You're welcome. So, there you have it. 45 tomorrow morning will be the coolest till next week. 51 on Friday's a nice little chill. Another windy day Friday. In fact, it looks pretty windy on Friday for sure. So, keep that in mind with whatever you got going on. And I don't think it's there anymore. No? Okay. Man, I miss that place. Good stuff. And I missed out on that fried corn on the cob. Now I'm so curious. I want to taste. I bet it's at the Texas State Fair. Everything's deep fried there, right? All right, guys, that's going to wrap things up on this awesome Wednesday. I hope you and yours have a blessed evening, and we'll see you at Ken's 5 News at 10. God bless you.